Hey guys, listen. I just came to drop in on y'all real short and talk to y'all for a second. I want to talk about, well, first, let me start off here. Happy World Day. Happy World Day, everybody. Listen, World Day, April 22nd, 2024. It is World Day. So happy World Day. Today is a day that I think we could all agree upon is something that we all share in common. Okay, we're sharing this world together. So everybody, no matter who you're sleeping with, no matter what color you are, no matter what your parents look like, no matter what area you come from, no matter what you live like, no matter how much money you got in the bank, none of that stuff. We're all connected on this. It's World Day across the board. It's something that we all could be happy and thankful about. Listen, Mother Nature is going to have her way. Mother Nature's going to have her way. Now, you could either be here or you could not be here. It's real simple, and it's the same for all of us, no matter what walk of life you are. It is World Day. So I say to you, happy World Day. Funny thing is, all day, you know I'm always out of order. All day, I've been thinking about the whole thing of 420 is another day that a lot of people really, really enjoy, and they enjoy celebrating it. And it's just so funny how sometimes timing is everything. Timing is everything. So 420 was 420. It was what it was, okay? 420 was that. 2 days later, we have World Day, and we celebrate where we live. We celebrate the planet and that whole thing. 2 days after 420. See that timing? You had just enough time to come down off your high from 420 celebration to go ahead and give homage to the planet that gave you all of the party favors for your celebration of 420, and then on 422, happy World Day. I know that's out of order, but that's how my mind works, and I've been thinking about that all day long. Anyway, happy World Day, y'all. I'm just being silly. But moving on. Well, I'm really not being silly. It really was 2 days. You had 2 days to come down off that high. Anyway, moving on. I want to talk about Jill Scott. I love Jill Scott. I absolutely love Jill Scott. Are we taking it too far with this cancel culture stuff and this jumping on folks when they don't agree? Are we taking it too far? Now, the folks that got mad with Jill Scott down to the Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it now, X, let's be politically correct, X. They got mad at Jill Scott because Jill Scott basically stated how talented Chris Brown is. Now, y'all not going to just do Chris, because Chris is what Chris is. Chris is a phenom. He is. Yes, Chris has a background that's not so great. You know, sometimes not so great. He's had some bumps in the road. And Jill made reference to that. You know, she said, extraordinary people sometimes go through extraordinary shit. You know, their problems are different than other people's. But she said, like, who could dance like him? Who could sing like him? Who is this talented? Who can act? Who could do all the things he did? He's more than a triple threat. Chris Brown is truly a phenom. He really is. Always has been. Maybe the people didn't like it. Maybe the people got at Miss Jill, honey, and gave her girl, how dare you, honey? How dare you? And they start talking about his issues about abuse in the past and not being so nice to women and things of that nature and different things like that. Jill kind of came back and said, you know, I'm not willing to throw that brother away. You know what I mean? everybody could use some counseling. You know, everybody can use some counseling. Right. Everybody can't walk themselves through their issues. Everybody don't know how to fix it. I get it. I don't disagree with that. But she not willing to throw him away. But then where it shifted, because then she went on to say basically that there's parts in it for everybody, because if there is abusive behavior, people have to stop. And how does she put it? Remember, Jill is a wordsmith, y'all. So I think y'all got a little bothered with her wordsmithness. And she said something to the effect of, you can't keep walking backwards in the traffic and expect it not to get hit by a car. So basically saying, it's the other person who's being victimized to stop going into that situation. And they have to get some counseling as well. Well, the people didn't like that. The people said, how dare you? Now you're victim shaming and you're victim blaming. And baby, the people was getting at Jill, baby, pulling on her ass for us. Said, oh, honey, let's take a long walk around the park. They said, girl, we're not going nowhere with you, honey. And they was mad at Jill. And it's more backlash than people who were actually agreeing with her. I'm like, are we starting to take things too far when it comes to like cancel culture? Because Chris came very close. Because I wouldn't consider that Chris got canceled. See, Carrie Hilson got canceled. Chrisette Michele got canceled. Hell, R. Kelly, has he gotten canceled? He's supposed to be canceled. But every time I look up, people is... So I don't know that he actually got canceled. But he's supposed to be canceled. The people went all the way back to some comments that Jill had made about the Bill Cosby situation. I'm like, what is y'all like? Just her sharing her opinion is like, it looks like it's pushed, like people are pushing Jill toward like cancel for her opinions. And I'm like, come on, y'all. Like, I mean, are we taking it too far? If she don't want to throw Chris Brown away, she ain't got to throw Chris Brown away. Like, come on. I'm like, I just didn't feel like, I don't know, one thing just goes with the other. Like, if you open it up and then y'all attack and then she says something back, because that is her Pennsylvania privilege to go ahead and say something back. You know what I mean? And it just, I don't know. Y'all tell me. Y'all leave me some comments. What do you think? I think sometimes the cancel culture thing goes a bit too far, because you can't tell, just like you can't tell people how to fight. If I take and I slap your face, I can't get mad at you if you black my eye. Just because you got triggered. Now I have to say, okay, and I have to listen to you, and I have to be empathetic, and I have to be sympathetic, because that is the human thing to do, and tell you, yes, I'm listening to you. I receive what it is that you're saying and mean it. If you're going to be a good person, and mean it. Really receive what it is that you're saying and how you feel and how you got there. But that don't make me have to walk with you. Because you're triggered, I don't have to be triggered. I got triggers too. That'll probably be something totally different that probably wouldn't trigger you. So, I don't know. It's getting to a point where and we could go more into this. It's just getting to a point where you can't say anything. You can't say anything. Everybody gonna tell you how to feel. It ain't right. It ain't right. Because there is still freedom of speech. And you are free. It's okay for you to be a free thinker. It really is. But I mean, we're going from people wanting somebody to be canceled to now you're going to make people cancel them. And if they don't want to cancel them, you're going to walk them down the road. Come on. And all things actually do, I mean, there's exceptions to every rule. There are exceptions to every rule. There are some things that are not forgivable. And that's just, in the public eye. Because within family, things get forgiven because they are family. But everybody ain't family, honey. All skin folk and kinfolk. So you do some of those horrible things, your family may let you, say, okay. But the world ain't got to, But are we going too far with the cancel thing? If you decide to cancel somebody, you're never going to get 100%. You're never going to get 100%. 100% of the people are never going to agree on anything. Anything. Nothing. But when we start trying to cancel other people for their opinions about it, I think we are getting into a very dangerous space. Very dangerous space. And this just was crazy. To literally want to attack Jill Scott because she feels like Chris Brown is talented. Which, where's the lie? Where's the lie? And it all sparked up from some bullshit. It was literally Chris Brown released Chris Brown that released a little song, baby, and let Quavo have it. Now, see, here it is where we probably won't agree. Now, how many of you out there don't feel as though Chris Brown bodied Quavo? Now, see, I do. Who feels like Chris Brown bodied Quavo? I do. It was ready down to the ground. But again, you ain't going to get 100%. There's some people that ain't going to agree with that. But them two is back and forth at it. And baby, listen, Chris Brown put that thing in there and then told him at the end, you just got bodied by a singer and you supposed to be a rapper. I said, that Chris Brown child was terrible. I'm sure he wrote it himself. If he didn't write it himself, he really need to give the other person a bonus that wrote it because, baby, he let Quavo have it. And he told him, you over there bragging because you slept with my ex. But I slept with your ex while you were still with her. I said, oh my goodness. But that's when it all started from. The little record came out. Jill said it. Said, Chris Brown is just so talented. That boy is so good. That boy's good. Honey, and the people said, what you say? What you say? Girl, all my life I had to fight. And they attacked Miss Jill. Anyway, enough. I've said enough. You all leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Are we taking the cancel culture thing a bit too far? Are we taking it a bit too far? Do you think that Quavo got tore down by Chris Brown, or do you think Quavo gave Chris Breezy the business? I already said what I thought. Leave me some messages. Listen, I love you for real. As I said in the beginning of this video, happy World Day, you guys. It is what it is. I was going to say, let Mother Nature have her way, but what other choice do we have? She is one, baby. Listen, if she wants to show her slip, there is nothing that we can do. She has showed us time and time again, when all of us are gone, Mother Nature will still be showing her behind. You all have a good one. I love y'all. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.